mfweni nati mekwatirako eri ashimwe ukwambira kuli ba PF ba UPND na imwe bene ba DP kadushinganimo ba Democratic shanuko the party for Mr. Freddy Membe. Yes, these three parties, you are creating chaos in our nation. That's chaos. That's chaos. You know, if you are living in a democratic nation as you claim to be living in a democratic nation, you Zambians, you are supposed to uphold the principles that describes what democracy is. If you are not willing to uphold the principles that describe democracy, then we are not going to live in the same country. If you are going for democracy, please do it better. If you are going for dictatorship, you better do it better as well. We are not interested in hypocrisy of describing yourselves as people who are living in a democratic nation when you don't uphold the principles that describes what democracy is. We just wake up to see these, I don't know if they are innuendos or propagandas, whatever you call them, or facts that are on the ground. There is the issue of people tearing other people's posters and beating anyone who is putting on a regalia of which you don't sympathize with. We are not interested in seeing that. If you are living in a democratic nation, what do you define to be democracy first, you politicians? To be democracy. Because democracy, this is the system of governance where the minority of the group have their say, yet the majority have their way. So, you find a person with a different opinion has put a poster. What do? You put yours aside so that people will compare. We are living in a democratic nation, so you must allow people to do what? To express their constitutional right. Because, you said that you are living in a democratic nation. Then why? Why should you deny people their right to participate, to belong to any political party which they feel like belonging to? So, look for a different place where they have not put a poster, put yours, so that the citizens, as they judge in this forthcoming election, they are going to judge you depending on your peace, depending on how you handle matters, depending on how diplomat you are, because we don't want chaos. We don't want chaos. And this is not the time that you are supposed to be telling us, you are supposed to be fighting with one another over the issues. Fighting using ideas. Tell us, how are you going to govern our nation? Tell us, how are you going to end this and that? How are you going to attend to problems that we daily face? Those are the issues. And to you Zambians, it is now the time that you are going to look at these people with judgmental eyes. Look at them with judgmental eyes and decide what is okay for you. Decide what is okay for you. And what you are supposed to do is this. Do this. You are supposed to make sure that you look at bad vices. Look at bad vices and spot them out. Retire them from the political arena. Make sure that you don't give them your vote. Don't vote for them for as long as their principles, they don't comply with your own principles. We are not going to live in a nation where people they are fighting with one another because of having different political affiliations. So now, what happens in a home if the husband belongs to the Patriotic Front and the wife belongs to the UPN? Should they start fighting? They are not supposed to fight. And that is what is supposed to be, because we are living in a democratic nation. We are not supposed to be fighting because we differ on principles and ideas. No. That is not supposed to be the case. Fighting is not a good thing, and tearing of posters, we don't want that. You are asking for a job from us. So don't hinder us from seeing other people who are seeking the same job that you are looking for. Don't hinder us. We want to see them. We want to see them, and we want to lead, so that as we are making the decisions this coming August, we are going to be making decisions depending on what we have seen. But what about if you hinder us from seeing these other things? What do you think we are going to do? It is very annoying. It is very annoying seeing people who claim to be Christians behaving in the manner that we are behaving in this country. There are high levels of hypocrisy. High levels of hypocrisy. So you politicians, do not drive your own selfish agendas. Make sure that you put the best interest of the people before yours. We want you to govern us in the manner that we ourselves want, because we are the people who are going to give you our votes. We are going to give you our votes. So now, those will be depending on merit. There will be nothing like mediocrity this time around. There will be nothing like that. Yeah? It is not okay. Why are you instigating violence? Why are you doing that? Is it by violence that you want to get into power? That is not what we are going to accept as Zambians. We are not going to accept that. So you guys, it's better you know how you are going to handle this matter. Talk to your cadres. Talk to your cadres, each one of you. There is no one who is left. Those of you who tear your friends' posters first, you are the people who are instigating violence. So if these others that you are provoking the illiterate, then you're going to say they are the problem. We are not going to play a blame game here alone. What we want is you to look into these matters and make sure that you do what is liked. We are not interested. We are not interested. We are not interested in violence. Remember the words of the late David Kaunda. He said that Zambia is not a warmongering nation. We are not warmongering people, so we don't want you to institute that shame of behavior into the very peaceful people. What we want is you to uphold the Christianity values that you are called, that you claim to be belonging to, when in the actual sense we are just hypocrites. So Zambians, it is now your time that you are going to make sure that you make a perfect judgment and make sure that you retire some of these people who are misbehaving around. We are not interested in want to Thank you so much for those of you that have taken your time to watch this video. I'm really grateful. Make sure that you subscribe and turn on the notification button so that you can receive the future updates on the political issues and the violence that is happening around the nation. It started from Lusaka. It is now in the Copper Belt. Now in Kabwe. We are not interested. We are not interested, not even Pangono. No.